What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today, very last minute, we're actually gonna be working on my brother's AMG today. And we got a box full of parts right here. There's a bunch of small miscellaneous things, but the biggest things we're gonna be working on is his air struts. So his are leaking, and to pass inspection, we need to get these redone. And then there's a bunch of other small stuff like this and a few other things. So we'll get to that. We also have a downpipe sitting here for the next video. So we're gonna be working on my friend Sahil's GTI. We gotta get that downpipe installed, and we still have the carpet sitting here. So waiting to put this back into the car once we get all the rust situated. So we do need to get this car out because it is in the way. We need to pull in his car. I don't wanna do the suspension work on the slanted driveway outside in the rain. So we're gonna get this car started up, moved out, and then start working on his. I don't feel like putting my seat back in, so I'm just gonna make it work with this. It should be fine, right? Okay. It's way too high. That's not gonna happen.
First try, 3 months.
What if I reverse it again?
I'm nice with it.
It's so uncomfortable.
Huh?
It's so uncomfortable. So after 3 months of not moving, we got the E30 out. It started up, sounded perfect, which is a good sign. Now we're just gonna pull in his car right here. We are working on the rear struts today, so I'm gonna tell him to back it up and pull it in here. It does sound good. Straighten it out a little bit. We got the car inside, and the reason we're doing it inside is one, because of the slope on the driveway. Two, it is raining. We didn't want to work outside in the rain. We got the car in jack stands right here. So now we just need to start taking everything apart, and let's go through the parts list that we got for today. What is this one? Oh, this is the...
These are just the bags. I think they're both the same.
The bags?
Yeah, left and right. Huge compared to what I thought.
I feel like some of them are slimmer. Have you seen the other one? It's like a lot slimmer than this.
Doesn't have these like ridges on it.
Oh, that's probably
rubber.
Oh, okay. So this is the bag, right? And then we have another bag for the other side. We have windshield washer, sorry, not windshield washer, the wipers. This is the what? Oil cap?
Yeah, oil cap. Mine last time, the first day I got it, I tried filling the oil and cracked.
It's got the little AMG logo on there. Alright, so we put that aside. I guess we'll start with the suspension component first. And this is all from FCP Euro. So the good thing about them is that if you order anything from them, you have a lifetime warranty. You just email them and they'll fix everything, or you have to send the parts back and then they'll send you a new set. But I guess we start with this side first. So we got most of the rear suspension loosened up. We got the strut bolt right here. We got one of the control arm bolts right here. And now we're just trying to get that last bolt right there out. We just can't find the right angle to pull it out, so we're trying to thread it slowly up. So we're trying to find the right exact spot so we can pull that out. And then once we have that out, it's the easy part of pulling out the bag and then putting a new one in. This is what happens when you're working in the humidity and you're stuck underneath the car. So we're still working on that one bolt out. We still need to do this entire side right here, so we haven't even started on it. But basically it's that lower control arm bolt that is stuck. It's threaded in, it's super long, and the impact gun can't reach down there. So we had to loosen up by hand. And since we don't have a lift, it's a lot harder than it normally would be. So about, how long has it been, Burhan, since we started this side?
Yeah, so like
5 hours? Yeah, so about after 5 hours, we finally got the new bag in. And now we did run into a few issues. One, the bag wasn't losing air when it was supposed to, so it was very hard, and it was pushing down on the entire suspension components and making it very hard to come out. And then the second issue we ran into was this was very recessed in the stock housing, so getting a ratchet around this and loosening it up was very hard. We just used a flathead and kind of kept pushing it until it came loose. But now we got everything back in. I'm not going to go into too much detail because there's a bunch of videos on going into detail on how to do this, but we got everything in. We don't know if it works just yet. We still have to start the car. The car is dead. But now we're starting on this side. We got the bag sitting almost out, so we just need to pull this out right here. There we go. And that's out. And again, we did have to pop this one too, just because they weren't losing air and we didn't disconnect the battery, but it's somewhere. We just took a right there. Yeah, so we just cut into it. Like this. Yeah, we just took the multi tool and just, yep, just like that, literally exactly like that. But now we got the new bag right here, and this thing doesn't have any air in it, so you can actually push down on it, and it's a lot easier to go back in. But before we do that, we gotta put this little, what do you call this?
Airline fitting.
Yeah, airline fitting into right here. So we remove this one, put that new one in, and we're good. Save yourself. Don't ever do this yourself. Just send it to a shop. God. Everything that could go wrong goes wrong.
Hey, they look good in there though.
That's if it actually works once we plug it all back up.
It will.
We luckily got the entire strut back in. As you can see, I was struggling. But we got the brakes cleaned up while we had the wheel off. We actually went ahead and cleaned the wheels too. And now finally, we need to do one last step. And that's replace, what are we replacing?
Yeah, the oil cap. I cracked it one time when I first got it. And then this cracked fog light down here.
Okay, so those are two things. And the reason we're fixing all this is because we need to pass the inspection. The car's failed the inspection once. So we need to do all this and then take it back to the inspection, get it passed. And the strut's leaking was one of the main things. We weren't sure if the bag was leaking or one of the lines was leaking because it has an air line right back there. So we got the old bags out, we put the new ones in. Hopefully it's not the line and it was just the bag, and everything works out perfectly. But this side's done. This side is done as well. Unfortunately the car is dead, so we can't start it and see if everything's working as supposed to. So we're gonna pull it out, see if everything's working. He's gonna take it for a little test drive, and hopefully everything is good to go. How many people does it take to change the oil cap?
How many people does it take to get the control on? No.
Oh, it actually took us 4. It was like all of us taking turns down there trying to get the bolts loosened up.
AMG, baby.
AMG, hold on.
That's why you lost that badge right there. Do you have it still?
Forgot to rip it off. Yeah.
What did AMG
Oh yeah, he still got it. We can fix that on right now. I have the plastic epoxy.
I found the back.
Yeah, I have epoxy.
Something like that.
All the way. It is slammed. Okay, I'm guessing I should try starting it, right? But it's airing up, right? Yeah, it's going up.
Not this side.
This side is going up.
Wait, this side.
It's very slow.
It's going up. I can hear it.
I pulled that jack out too. So this is our first time starting up the car. Hopefully everything's working as expected. I can see that the bag is filling up slowly. And you can even hear it filling up. I guess we'll give it another 5 minutes, let the car completely fill up the air tank. And hopefully there's no issues. We got the bag sitting at a really good height. It looks like it's holding air right now. I'm not hearing any noises. What we're gonna go ahead and do is turn the car off, and hopefully after about 20-30 minutes the bags continue holding air. That was the main issue. It was before it wasn't holding air once you had the car off. If it doesn't, then we know that the lines are bad versus the bag is being bad, but that's gonna be another whole process. Hopefully it's not that and it was just the bag, but we got the old bag sitting right here and right there as well. So hopefully that's the issue and we can get this car back on the road. So the last piece of the puzzle right here was the fog light. We needed to get that done to pass inspection, and we fixed that up. We fixed that oil cap and then the bag. So now we're all good. Alright, so we got the E30 back in. Driving it without a seat is the most annoying thing ever because you can't see, you can't reach the pedals. You better watch the AMG out here right now, and I think that's gonna be it for this video. How'd you feel about the strut install today?
Never ever doing that again.
And by the way, he watched Top Gun and he cut off his beard and now he's just rocking the mustache. So it's the next day now. We got all the cars back on the driveway. We got the E30 sitting back up in the garage. This thing actually started right up, which was great. I should still need to unplug the battery because it's gonna be sitting for a while. I don't want it to die. But we left the car sitting out overnight just to see if it loses any air pressure inside the bags, and it didn't, which is a great sign. So it just tells us that the previous bags were bad and they were just not holding air for some reason. Overall, the install was actually pretty difficult just because there was a few tools that we didn't have that were like part specific to get certain parts off, but we got it done, and I'm glad that we got it done because now the car can go to inspection, pass inspection, and my little brother can get it back on the road. I'm glad that we got it done and we didn't have to send it off to a shop. We're gonna continue working on the E30 pretty soon. I think we're gonna finally start welding and fixing up everything that's on the list of things that we need to fix. Oh, it's all dirty, but E30 stuff. What is it taking you so long, Nuthead? Okay, well, one of my brothers definitely wrote that, but we need to fix everything on here, get this car back on the road. We also will be sending off the interior pieces pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.